again. Outside defenses. One of you guys. All right, look, my hands are out of position for whatever reason on a straight punch. Right? People, kind of mess this up and they get too squared up right from the get-go and they just throw a straight punch and it's an inside defense, right? So I'm here no matter what Ben says. Right here, I've got, don't throw a straight punch. Throw a straight punch. My hands are out. I've got pinky side and I've got thumb side. Thumb side, right, in this clear. Thumb side, 1. Pinky side is 2, right? If I'm in this fight, and Ben, and you might have to set these up, guys, to really get it that, it's outside my hand and I'm making outside defense. And if he throws another punch, now I'm just making an inside defense, right? So hands are down, and here comes that straight punch. I'm making my outside defense with my thumb side, so it's position 1, right? I don't find that if my hands are down that I like, and it feels natural, then I'm using the pinky side. Typically when my hands are down, right, I'm making my outside defense against a straight punch, right? Doesn't matter, either one. I'm going to use one hand or the other. I'd like to be outside the elbows. All right, he might have thrown this one, and my reaction is my right hand. I better be getting my hand up and, stuff that hand that's down, whatever it may be. So outside defense is 1 and 2. Thumb side, pinky side. It all depends on where your hands are. Typically when I'm up, making that defense really quick. All right, pinky side feels better than thumb side, but it really doesn't matter. It's where your hands are. Doesn't matter. I will see people do this to a punch. You got to throw slow, Ben.
Okay.
That their hands out of position, all right? Their hands out of position and they will make an inside defense. It's only because they're going so slow when we're training nice and easy, because that's what they know. All right, I always joke that they were better like day 1, that I'll see people making outside defenses day 1 training because it's instinctive. Their hand was just out of position because they were a total beginner. Right? But then you get a little bit of training and no inside defenses. You don't know how many dozens of times I've seen somebody go out of position and go to the outside of the arm and make a redirection, and it only works because you're going slow, right? Only works because you're going slow. Any questions on 1 and 2? All right, 3, all right, rolls it up. I might be down is a great context for somebody around my size, and I'm rolling that punch up. I was down and I'm rolling or redirecting that punch up because that's the shortest line off of my face, right? If that punch is, I'm not trying to make an inside defense here, right? The shortest line, to redirect it would just be to redirect it up. That punch is starting up. It's not starting kind of straight at my face. So in the height discrepancy, sometimes it's easier and people also throw some weird punches. This is a straight punch that's coming at a downward angle at you. They're up on you for whatever reason. Questions on 3. And of course, we should be counterattacking on all those. I'm leaving those out for time. Any questions on 3? Now 4, I mess up all the time because I think that one's the harder one. I always do that one last a lot of times. So I'll mess up 4 and 5. 4, right, is you don't know where this punch is going. Right, you're unclear, but you're pretty certain it's not a 360, right? And that's where people training each other will give them the wrong picture in the head, right? That this punch is coming and you don't know. Is it going to come straight? Is it going to loop around, right? This is not a clear, this is starting out here. We'll see a lot out here. You don't know where it's going, and you're trying to ensure contact so you can redirect. Does that make sense? And the picture is the biggest thing. The picture is the biggest thing. So from in here, he's in range, and that punch, and even at, like out that way, and I might be thinking 360 right there, honestly, right? Bring it to your face, like they're like that guy cocking it back like this, like, and here it comes, and you're like, I don't know where it's coming, right? It starts to get out too far, and now I'm thinking 360, right? Mm-hmm. So that punch is coming in, and I'm redirecting it out, right? I'm bringing my hand forward and across and then out. My hand's in a good position. I could make an inside defense if that's where it was, right? But I was unclear. So I need to get inside that hand a little bit and redirect it out. And unlike stick defense, I don't need to be controlling that arm, right? If I leave him out with the stick, that's really dangerous for me, right? With the punch, maybe not, but maybe still. Could you still do the same thing and control that arm, wrap it up? Absolutely, right? Has a bigger consequence of not wrapping it up when you're doing stick defense. So sometimes people use the reference of stick defense on this one, and I like it and I don't like it, all right? Because it's the same yet different, and, right, my hand is not here, right? Like stick defense and diving out, my hands are here, and I'm bringing it in, something I'm not doing on stick. You're not doing, all right, a movement that's trying to get inside. Make sense? So it's a little different, in and then out, and I'm not worried about going over there because there's no stick in his hand, right? I might just decide to kick him, right, do whatever, and make distance and get away. On that stick, I'm really pretty iffy. I'm going, all right, I'm going to do something like this. Inside out, boom, throw that palm strike and try to get some distance away from him. If he had a stick in his hand, that was a bad mistake. Questions on 4. That's the most difficult one. You'll see more difficulty in that with students. That's where a lot of times in the series I'll just teach it last. All right, if I got through everything else, great. All right, we're doing good. All right, let's hit number 4. That's why I call it number 5 all the time, because I do it last. All right, number 5 is just 1 and 2. No matter where you were, obviously, if I don't see the threat coming, then I got punched, right? You're recognizing something's coming from your side, and you're making a defense with your thumb or your pinky. Either one, and of course, fight's on, and your footwork from there all becomes the fight, right? That's why it's more of an intermediate technique than a basic beginner technique. So my hands are up, maybe it's in that fight, and here comes a punch. Don't miss me, Ben. From here, right? And I'm redirecting with that pinky side, right? I'm more apt to defend with the pinky side with my hands up. My hands were a little bit lower in that fight. Maybe they were down here for whatever reason, right? And there's that punch. I'm typically using my thumb side, and then I'm going to have to work my movement and address him or whatever else might have been going on in front of me as well. Questions with that one? Right there, more of a sucker punch, and it is a straight punch, guys. These are all straight punch defenses. Make sure you're not throwing anything looping where they should be making possibly a 360 defense. Questions on the outside defense series? Done?